All right, if you're a self-storage owner, you know just how fierce the competition is out there. But what if I told you that one of the single most powerful tools for getting new rentals isn't about your location or even your price? It's something you might be completely overlooking. Yep, today we are diving deep into Google reviews. We're going to break down exactly how you can turn those little gold stars into actual paying tenants.
So let's just start with a really tough question, one you've probably asked yourself before. Why is it that a potential customer searching for storage right in your neighborhood scrolls right past your facility and ends up clicking on your competitor? You know, it's usually not about your prices or even your location. It's much simpler than that. It's about being invisible, or worse, untrustworthy online.
And this, right here, this is the new reality we're all living in. You know, your physical storefront, that's not the first impression anymore. Think about it. Google is your new front door. When somebody pulls out their phone and types self-storage near me, what they see in those first, critical seconds, well, that determines if you're even in the game.
So, in that crowded sea of search results, how on earth do you stand out from the pack? The solution is all about what I like to call digital word of mouth. We're talking about your Google reviews. And you got to think of them like a powerful engine that drives your business forward in two, and this is key, two really important ways. Okay, this is where the magic really happens, and it's a two-part system. First, you've got search rankings. See, the more reviews you get, the more Google's algorithm says, hey, this place is relevant and active. And boom, it bumps you up in the search results. That's how you get seen. But that's only half the battle. The other part is customer trust. Those same great reviews act as powerful social proof. They tell potential customers, this is the right choice. And that, my friends, is how you get chosen. It is the ultimate one-two punch for growing your business.
All right, the art of the ask. This is all about how to build a consistent review strategy. Because, look, knowing reviews are important is easy, right? But actually getting them, that's a whole different ballgame. And we're not talking about just asking here and there when you remember. No, this is about building a repeatable system, an art of the ask, that pretty much runs on autopilot. So let's get into how you build that.
And here is the absolute most crucial part. Consistency is everything. You need a steady stream of fresh, recent reviews. Why? Because it tells both Google and your future customers that you're not just good, you're good right now. Think about it. A glowing review from 2 years ago is nice, but a great review from last week? That is pure gold. So that leads us to the big tactical question, right? When is the perfect moment to ask? Because you can't just ask whenever. Timing, you guys, is everything. So what is that perfect, magical moment to ask for a review where you're almost guaranteed to get a glowing 5-star response? The answer is simple. You ask right after what we call a moment of happiness. What's that? Well, it could be right after a super smooth and easy move-in, or maybe it's a time you went above and beyond to solve a problem for them. The absolute key is to make the ask immediately after that positive experience, while they're still feeling warm and fuzzy about you and your facility. Okay, so you've nailed the timing. You know when to ask. But now, how do you make it so ridiculously easy for the customer that they almost can't say no? Well, there is one single method that blows everything else out of the water when it comes to getting that click. It's this. You send a direct review link via text message. That's it. It's so simple, but it works. Why? Because think about it. Everybody opens their texts, right? The link is right there in front of them. They can tap it and leave a review on their phone in like less than a minute. It completely removes all the friction, and trust me, it will skyrocket your response rates. All right, next up, mastering your responses. This is about closing the loop to build more trust. So you've done the work, the reviews are starting to pour in, fantastic. But guess what? Your job is not done yet, not even close. Now we have to talk about how you respond. This is where you close that loop, build even more trust, and show everyone, and I mean everyone who's looking, that you genuinely care. So why is this so important? Well, first off, responding to every single review is absolutely non-negotiable. It just has to be done. When you do, it shows potential new customers that you're engaged and you listen. It also sends a really strong signal to Google that your business profile is active and well managed. And of course, it gives you a public stage to thank your happy customers and, just as importantly, to professionally handle any negative feedback that comes your way. And let's talk about those negative reviews for a second. Look, nobody likes getting one. It stings. But I want you to reframe this in your mind. A negative review is not a crisis. I'm going to say that again. It is not a crisis. It's actually a golden opportunity. Seriously, a thoughtful, professional, and helpful response to a bad review can sometimes win you more business than a bunch of five-star ones, because it publicly shows everyone how you act when things don't go perfectly.
Okay, let's get to your immediate action plan. These are the steps you can take today to get more rentals. We've covered the why reviews are so important and the how to get them and respond. Now let's boil it all down into a super simple action plan that you and your team can start using like today, right now.
Ready? Here we go. It's just 4 simple steps. Step 1, ask every single new customer for a review right after a great move-in experience. Step 2, send them that direct Google review link via a text message. Make it stupidly simple for them. Step 3, train your staff. Give them a simple script so asking just becomes a natural automatic part of the process. And finally, step 4, respond to every single review, good or bad, within 24 to 48 hours. That's it. That is the entire system.
So I'm just going to leave you with this one final thought. At the end of the day, this isn't just about getting nice online ratings. This is about real, tangible, measurable growth for your facility. If you start putting this simple system into practice today, just think about it. How many more rentals could you actually gain this year? The potential is absolutely massive, and it all starts with just making that first ask.